So now it's time to write intervals below notes. So here's one way to do it. All you have to do is write the second below and then tweak if necessary. Okay? So here we have the note, we went down, so we started with F and we wrote E below it. Okay, so we have F and now we have E. Now we have the same problem as we had before. You simply take your bottom note and you do the scale. So you go E, F, and that's enough. We can stop there because you know that it's fat cats go down. That's an F. So all you have to do is sharp the F sharp. So what you should have is F sharp. Now you might put a sharp here and say, look, I'm done. But this is no longer the note you started with. You can't put F sharp here, right? You have to keep this as F. So if you want to add a sharp, that means you want this note to go away from that one, but you can't. So instead, this one has to come down. You can't make this one go up, so you make this one come down. So instead of putting a sharp here, we simply do this. You put a flat there. And if you wanted to check, you could write E flat major out, and you would find out that F is natural in E flat major, so you would have your note here like that. So once again, you would have E flat going to F, and that would be your answer. Okay, so that's a major second below F is E flat. Same thing here with a minor third. Let's go ahead and write our third. We might have to do something here. Okay, so we go down. This gets us G. So again, we write G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. If you want the whole scale, sorry, we only have to go this far. Okay, so our B is natural, so right now we're looking at a major third in the key of G. B is natural, so this is a major third. Now what we have to do is bring this one down, but we can't, so we move this one up. We close the interval, we move the interval down, so at least something along these lines is happening. So we can't do this one, so this one has to move up. We put a sharp there. B going down to G sharp is the correct answer. Okay, so G sharp to B is a minor third. Okay, same thing here, major six. We're in the key of D, well, no, but we got to figure out what key we're in. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We write our sixth note down, our sixth there. This is the key of F, because that's an F, so now we're in the key of F. F has only one flat, and it's on B flat, so we write F, G, A, B flat, C, D, E, F, just like that. We have our B flat, but that doesn't matter for this. Major sixth is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is D. D, this all looks really good. We don't have to put any accidentals. It's already a major sixth. This is happiness in a can already. We got augmented second next off of C major. C major, as we know, has no sharps or flats. Let me go ahead and erase this. I can erase all of this, I think. Cool. Okay. No sharps or flats in the key of C major, so we have C all the way to D, E, F, that kind of thing. I'm sorry, we're in the wrong key. We're not going up, we're going down. My bad, guys. Okay, so we're going down. So we write our second. We're in the key of B. Now we're in the key of B. Okay, so we can go ahead and write B. And if you do this and you don't worry about sharps or flats at the get-go, then you can just worry about sharps and flats later and just work with sharp keys all the way through, except F. Okay, so anyway, back on track. B, C sharp, D sharp, E, F sharp, G sharp, A sharp, and B, just like that. Okay, so we have our augmented second. We should have C sharp. We should have C sharp. This would make it major. And then we make it go up again for a double sharp to make it augmented. Major goes to augmented. So that would be our augmented second, but we can't change this note. So instead of moving this one up twice and putting a double sharp that looks like this, we have to completely ignore all this and put a double flat on this one instead. So let's go ahead and erase this. And instead of putting a double sharp on this one, we put a double flat on the bottom one. And because you can see the flats are on this line, so that's for this note. Don't be confused. It's not for this note. It's for this one here. Okay. Next is diminished fourth. Let's go ahead and use this color. Diminished fourth. We go down. This is now the key of E. E major is a lot like B major, except we no longer have A sharped. So let's go ahead and do this. E, G sharp, or G, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. Okay, we don't need any of this. Okay, there's our scale, a really random way to get it, but that's our scale there. Okay, so we got E major, diminished fourth. We have our A. This is looking like a perfect fourth right now. To make it diminished, we bring this one down. That is to say, we bring this one up, so we add A sharp. Okay, just like that. Again, you're trying to put this one down, but you can't. You got to move this one up because we cannot change this note. That is not the exercise. We do not want to change this note. It's locked in. Maybe you can imagine there's a little padlock on it like this. Pew, pew, pew. little padlock. Do not move this note, okay? So we got an augmented seventh. That's kind of simple, actually. All you have to do is recreate this note enharmonically, but that's a trick that you might learn in a second. Let's see. We got E going down to F. That's our seventh. And so we got F going to E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F with a B flat. That's F major. Our E has to go up. This is our major seventh is the E, so we're looking at a major seventh here. We got to make this go up, which is mean we got to make this one go down. Okay, so you put a flat here. Now, what I meant earlier by all you have to do is recreate it enharmonically. If you look at this, F flat and E are the same pitch class. Remember, they're both the same pitch class. Two different ways to spell the same note. So augmented sevenths kind of equal perfect 8. Now, this is not a perfect 8. This is an augmented seventh. A perfect 8 would look like this, E to E. But, you know, they sound the same. If you play this on piano or something, if you play this on your instrument, it probably will sound pretty much the same, especially on piano. You don't really have a choice. Maybe on a violin or something, you can play a little bit different between F flat and E natural. But it's small. Cool. Let's move on. We got a perfect fifth going down from E. That gets us A. We're in bass clef now. Don't get confused with your notes. Okay, so we got an A in the key of A major. Let's go ahead and erase some of this. Uh-oh. Right, we can delete that. Okay, there we go. Okay. Out of our perfect fifth from A, we got A, B, C, sharp, D, E. We can stop there, even though there's more. E is natural, so this automatically makes it perfect. Remember, fives are perfect automatically, so no problem. Our minor seventh down from here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 is on this line. This line, if you don't want to count down that far, or if you do, this is a G, this is an F, this is an E, so we're in the key of E major. We kind of already did that scale already, but that's okay. I'll write it out one more time. Probably have to write it again anyway. E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, C sharp, D sharp, and E, just like that. That's E major. Okay, so E major, our minor seventh, D. Okay, so here's kind of a blessing in disguise. Here's our major seventh, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. D sharp is our major 7. So if we put a sharp, it's a major 7. But if we don't put a sharp, if we leave it natural, it's automatically minor. So you don't actually have to do anything to this one. It's automatically a minor 7th. Okay, augmented fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 brings us here to C. In the key of C, no sharps or flats, so this is automatically perfect. And all we have to do to make it augmented is raise it by 1. We put a sharp. Okay, and I always mention this, but you can stop the video at any time if you want to practice this on your own. And look at that, I made a mistake. See, it's easy to get caught up. Okay, so instead of putting that one sharp, I'm sorry guys, instead of putting this one sharp, we have to make this one flat. So there you go. I hope you caught that before. I thought you were like, wait. But yeah, okay. Anyway, moving on. We got perfect fourth. We got to go down a perfect fourth. That gets us B. That gets us B here. Okay, so in the key of B, B, C sharp, D, E sharp, E, just like that. Remember, fat cats go down alleys, okay? So we got B, C sharp, D sharp. So our perfect fourth is already there for us. We're good to go, and we don't have to do anything new to that. Okay. What do we got? Diminished third on A in the key of A. So we got A. Let's go ahead and erase this and write all S again. Okay. Okay. We got A, B, C, sharp, D. That's plenty. Okay, so we should have a sharp. This would make it, or let me go ahead and write, this might be a couple steps here. Okay, so let's go ahead and write a sharp here. This is what it should be to be majored. Okay, so what we're looking at now, if we erase this, this is now minor because we brought it down. To make it diminished, we have to pinch this even further, meaning this one has to go down, this one goes up, this one goes down. So we brought this one down once, but we have to bring it closer again by putting a sharp here. Okay, I hope that made sense. That was a little weird. Again, we had this would be our natural one, and then, or this would be our major third, this would be our minor third, and then this would be our diminished third. Okay, so each time we're bringing this one down, This one goes down. Maybe that's easier to see that way. That goes down. This one goes up. But we're bringing the notes closer together. Okay. So we got our augmented third next. I'll write it off to the side just so we keep ourselves distance from this thing. Okay, so we got our augmented third. Our third goes here. This is a B and going to D. In the key of B, we have B, C sharp, D sharp. We got to make this augmented. Right now, it should be like this. It should be B to D sharp is our major. So we're looking at major. Therefore, this one is minor. To make it augmented, we have to make it further away. We have to go away from it. So we have to move them away from each other. We can't move this one up, so we got to move this one down. So right now we got major again if we put a flat here. So this is our major. And if we do it one more time, we got to move it away still. It's not enough. We do it one more time, and we get our augmented third. Okay, so what we would have to do here is throw two flats there, I hope. That's really small, but hopefully you get the gist. Okay, it should look like this. In any case, it should look like that. Okay, ignore maybe all that. Okay, let's see. We got alto clef going, or viola clef if you prefer the name of viola clef. Okay, so we got a diminished second going down. Let's keep white just so I keep myself sure what note I can change. Diminished second. Right now we're looking at C to D. We know that C to D is a major second, so we got to bring these closer together. Bring these closer together. This is a major second. Okay, so we got to, let's see, we can add a sharp here on this one. That's C sharp to D flat, or I'm sorry, C sharp to D. That's now a minor second. And we got to do it one more time. We got to do it one more time. So to raise a sharp, you simply turn it into a double sharp like that. A little bit of simple algebra. Flat plus flat equals double flat. Flat plus sharp equals natural. Natural looks like that. And finally, sharp plus sharp equals double sharp. If you wanted to do a triple sharp or triple flat or something, they don't really exist. I do this for fun. I've also seen this. This is kind of cute. They do like a little backwards thing and forward thing. That's kind of cool. But they don't really exist. For me, this is my triple sharp. It's a little strange. This would be a this would be a quadruple sharp. But again, you won't really see these. Only in extreme examples that are really, really crazy and unfair would you see these. Okay. If you were doing this in school or something, you should never ever have to write a triple sharp or quadruple sharp or anything like that, or triple flat. If you see one on your test or something, or your teacher tells you about it, you should probably be like, this isn't really serious. And the other thing is, if you ever see it in music, someone says, here, I wrote some music, and it has a triple flat, double flat, or I'm sorry, triple flat in it, or a quadruple sharp or something, and you are not comfortable with that, you should tell them, hey, this doesn't make any sense, please rewrite this. I've told my students that if they do see this and they are crazy enough to try it, and that's totally fine if you want to try your hand at playing triple sharps and quadruple sharps and working with those. It's by all means you're welcome to do it. Just it's maybe safer to have them rewrite it so it's actually musically safe. Okay, so we got major. Anyway, I digress. Okay, so we got major seventh coming down. Major seventh coming down puts our note here. In the key of, this is A, right? Because it's A, B, C. Okay, so we got A going to G. In the key of A, let me erase some of this. We don't need our triple sharps and stuff that don't exist. Okay, this exists. Don't worry about that. This is sane right here. Okay. You will see those eventually, probably. Well, we just saw one right now, right? So that's okay. Okay. Anyway, so we got A to G. In the key of A, we got A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and A. Okay, our seventh is G sharp, so this should be sharped if we want it to be a major seventh, but we can't raise this up, so we gotta raise this, or we gotta lower this down. Josh Groban wants you to raise him up, but we have to lower this one instead. Okay. Really bad joke, guys. I'm sorry. Bear with me. We're almost done. We got 4 more. Okay, we got A. So that would be A flat going down. Actually, that works for both. This is the flat for that, and there's the flat for that, so it kind of works. Cool. Okay, so diminished seventh. Diminished seventh. Let me use white so we know which one. Okay, so diminished seventh puts our note here. This is a G, if I count correctly. This is a G. We're in the key of G major, so G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp. We need a diminished seventh. Right now, it should be like this for our major. If we do this, it's minor. And we got to make it diminished, so we got to bring this closer together. So we do that by adding a sharp here. And there we have our diminished seventh. Augmented fourth going down puts our note here. This is B. In the key of B, let me keep erasing. I keep thinking I can fit all of them here, but I guess not. Okay. We got B, C, sharp, D, sharp. Oops, yeah, that's correct. D sharp and E. Okay, so we got these notes. From the key of B going to E, we got our perfect fourth. The E fits, so it's a perfect fourth right now. We got to make it go away. We got to make it go away. We can't do this one, so we got to bring this one down. Okay, so that's our augmented fourth. And finally, we have two more to go. Okay, so we got a minor second in the key of C. That's going the wrong way. It's long video, guys. Okay, so here is our C going down to B. In the key of B, this is good, we're in B again. So we have B going to C sharp, so it would be major if it was like this, but it's minor if we keep it natural, so we're actually good to go, and we can put a smiley face there if we want. And last one, okay, minor 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 puts us in the key of C. This is major automatically because C has no sharps or flats. Okay, so we got our major 6. To make it minor, we would flat this, but we can't, so we got to bring this up by sharping, and that's it. So whatever the moral of the story, guys, is whatever you want to do to your top note, do the opposite to the bottom note. If you want to sharp this, flat that. If you want to flat that, sharp that. If you want to move this down by 10 half steps, move that up by 10 half steps. That's it, or vice versa. Okay. Whatever you want to do the opposite and to the other note, and you should be fine. Okay, congratulations. Now you can write intervals below these notes.